So the realization that I was better than most people who were laughing at me, it made me angry. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. So I have had people ask me questions like, what is it like to be an albino, and how have you been able to how have you been able to relate with people, being an albino and all of that. So the first thing I would say is this: during the early part of my life, during my childhood, I hated myself, for being an albino. Why? Because I literally had everything except my eyes. Right? I'm not blind, and I can see. Trust me, please trust me. I can see well enough. But there are two things that are, wrong with my eye. Number one is, for tiny details, I have to bring whatever it is closer to be able to see it, or I have to go closer to be able to see, tiny details. That is one. Two, my pupil will, move around involuntarily. Right? I could be looking at you. I could be looking at you, and I do not know that my pupil are, shaky. Why? Because even though you are seeing this, you are seeing my pupil doing this, my focus is steady. But that is not what you are saying, right? So there was a time it was pretty embarrassing, very, very embarrassing, and I hated myself for that. I had everything. I had intelligence. My thinking process when I was a child, off the roof. I wasn't thinking like my age mates. There was nothing I ever did that was within my level. And the only thing I did not have was a good eye. And it made people make fun of me. It made me hate myself. My self-esteem took a hit for it. So anyway, it got better. But listen, the reason why it got better was, as I grew up, I realized that I was a fucking genius, right? I was better than everybody within my environment. Everything I did, I was better than every other person who did the same thing. And somehow I'm not even up to 30, and I have been a university lecturer. Yes. And aside, academia, every other thing I have ever done, I was always one of the top. I was always one of the best. During mathematics classes, people were looking at the board. I couldn't see the board, so I would have to, use my ears. So the teacher is literally teaching on the board, and I am literally recreating whatever the teacher was saying in my ears. At the end of the day, I would come out with the highest score. I would be the best. And this pissed off, my maths teacher when I was in secondary school, right? Because he would be like, this guy cannot fucking see, and somehow he's better than all of you. So the realization that I was better than most people who were laughing at me, it made me angry. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. What gives you the right to say anything about me? I am smarter than you. I have done things in this life that you've never done. You probably would never be able to do. I understand concepts of life that even if they took 10 years to explain to you, you would never get it. Shut the fuck up. Right? When I got into that attitude, into that era of not taking any form of disrespect for anybody, I literally cut anybody and everybody off who tried to disrespect me. Everything about bullying went down drastically, because now I saw the value in myself. I saw that I was too good for, an average idiot to open his mouth and mock me just because I bring things closer to my eyes to see. Shut the fuck up. What have you done with your life? Right? So that was what kept me, that was what gave me my confidence back, because the only thing you can ever use to ridicule me would be my eyes, and this is something that for many albinos it has been used against them. I just don't think you should do that to people, especially people who are better than you, right? So being able to regain that confidence did a lot of wonders for me. So that was how I got back my confidence, and so far, because of how I carried myself, it naturally filtered out the kind of people I met. People who I meet for a very long time, the people who I've been relating with, I have done business with, I have worked with, none of them for a long time have ever given off that vibe, of trying to make it weird when I bring my phone closer or all of that. Why? Because I think that is what happens when you get your confidence back and you understand that it is okay to have some kind of weakness, because every one of us have a form of weakness. For some people, their weakness is so apparent that you can see it, and sometimes because you can see it, you think that is all there is to them, right? And there are some people who are good at hiding theirs, because theirs are very hideable. Unfortunately, mine is not. And let me tell you the truth, if I come back, I would want God to bring me back with this skin. I love this skin. I'm telling you the truth, I love this skin, right? So to the question of how it has been being an albino and relating with people, it has been nice. It has been I have lived some of my best life, and I am still living some of my best life as an albino, and I am not a victim. Why? Because if you try to bully me, I would show you that I have been a bully all my life, right? I'm not a victim, right? I am the fucking villain, right? So in this world, I believe that if you play the victim, you are going to get knocked down a lot of times. So when you see somebody that tries to put you down, I personally believe put the motherfucker down. Like,